Hey, beautiful souls, and welcome to the weekly reading for the beginning of January, January 2nd, Sunday through Saturday, January 8th. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. This is our first reading of the year. I've already pre-shuffled, and as you guys know, I'm playing with the way we're recording these, so I'm just going to dip you down, and you guys can see the spread as it comes out. Okay, so like I said, I already pre-shuffled these. I don't know why I want to shuffle them once more, but let's just do this Celtic Cross and we will see what the energies and potentials are for this first week of January. I hope you guys had a great new year. Okay, so it looks like we've been through some tough stuff, as we know, through these last couple of years, and it looks like there are going to be some things coming up around difficulties we've already gone through, and the beginning of rebuilding things in a new direction and in the way that we want, in the way that is creating a firm foundation. This reminds me that 2022 is a 6 year, which if you haven't seen that video about what it means to be in a 6 year, check that out either in the Joy's Soul Spa Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, Psychic Medium Joy Giovanni. This is very much the energy of the 6 year where, you know, that rebuilding after the storm. Let's just continue to look and see what else we can know about this. So interesting. So this is the card of celebration, of balance, of happiness. And I think the way that it's positioned here shows us that what's blocking, you know, us really continuing to move forward and do this building anew is the way that we wanted it to go, right? That picture that we had in our mind about how it was supposed to be, and needing to really be a little more flexible with the changes, with the timeline, with the way things are being rebuilt, restructured, and made anew. There's going to be a need to let go of the way we expected things to be, you know, what balance meant to us in the past, what success meant to us in the past, those kind of things. Again, this is a general reading, so it'll show up a little differently for all of us. But this Tower card is a major arcana, which just means, you know, this is major life stuff going on for us. And what's crossing it is this balance, this excitement. You know, it could be looking at the time we've lost that we would have normally been traveling or been going to celebrations and weddings. It's grieving the things we didn't get to celebrate in the past couple years, but realizing that we can build it again and in a new way. We just sometimes have to let go of, you know, the way we wanted it to look, the way we expected it to be, you know, the things we feel like we missed out on. Now, at the bottom of this situation, so the bottom line or the basis of the situation is this Justice card. Again, a major arcana, but reminding us that there's a pendulum swing in life. And when things go really far in one direction, inevitably they always come back, and we're hoping for balance in the middle. And this Justice card, again, with these two pillars and how this person is in between, this card is about a balance and weighing the options that we have, making thorough choices for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation, needing to be really, really honest with ourselves about, you know, what it is that we feel like we've missed out on, what it is that we want to rebuild, and just doing it in the best way, in the way that we kind of know it's supposed to be done, or, you know, the next best thing, but really just creating firm foundation and, you know, knowing that, yeah, things are going to continue to move forward. Now, this card represents what we've just come through, or what we've learned in the past that we can carry forward as lessons into this week's weather report, energy weather report. So this is a 10 of Swords reverse. Now, 10 of Swords often means letting go of a bad situation, things coming to an end that we've been really stressed out about. It's often an end that we knew was coming. However, when this card is reversed, it's reminding us in this situation to look at the things that we didn't want to let go of, look at the things that we weren't really willing to release, that we knew had like come to an end and maybe we held on to for too long. Or weren't willing to shift, weren't willing to let go of. What lessons do we learn from those situations that we can apply to this situation, right? What happens when we're stubborn and not willing to let go of something that we know isn't in our highest good? Eventually, all things come to the light and all things come to the surface. So we can take those lessons that we learned about, release and grieving and letting go and apply them to this situation and just let ourselves rebuild, restructure, reinvent, reorganize, letting go of the way it was supposed to look or the things we wanted and shifting into building firm, building anew. And with all the things we've learned and grown through, what do we want now? Kind of reassessing, reevaluating. Now, the highest good in this situation, Queen of Pentacles reversed. There's a lot of cards in reversal or protection position this week. Queen of Pentacles often represents abundance and prosperity and, all the good things in material life that we would want, but certainly abundance in, many ways, not just financially, but coins, the suit of Pentacles often, moves towards our earthly means and things that are earthly goods. But when it's in protection, it's for me in this situation, what keeps standing out to me is, we need to find a more collective way to have abundance. It's not going to work for just one person to have all the abundance. We need to have more of a community, collective understanding of abundance. And if some among us are suffering, all are suffering. So it's not this single-minded approach anymore, but it's, abundance for all, not just for select few. Now, what's right around the corner? Okay. This is the happy family card, but it's in reverse. So for me, again, I'm back to this reevaluation about what we thought things should look like. And, we're coming on a time of maybe needing to reevaluate that, reevaluating what does make us happy and what doesn't make us happy, and letting go of, that we call them perfect pictures, that perfect picture about what you thought was supposed to happen or what you thought your family would look like, or, those type of things. But just really accepting that things might not look the way we originally planned or intended or had dreamed of, and that's okay. But we get to dream it in a different way, create it in a different way that's more collective, where everybody gets to win, where everybody gets to experience love and happiness and family. So that's very interesting that we're going to be doing a lot of reevaluating this week, which I know sometimes comes with the new year anyway. Let's take a look at the guidance cards. And like I said, I've already pre-shuffled. So let's just take a look at, okay. Now, this is us in the situation. So this ride the wave card is essentially what I've just said, that there are going to still be ups and downs. It won't be as dramatic or as drastic as some of the things we've gone through in the past, but needing to still ride the wave with the ups and downs, needing to still pivot and make adjustments and shift from what we, maybe thought we wanted, but also taking a playful approach. Dolphins are incredibly playful and intelligent animals, and just remembering that you can ride the wave and you can also have fun and enjoyment while you're doing it, even if everything isn't quite yet perfect. And as we know, things are never perfect. So just this need for flexibility, this need for reinvention, and taking a little bit of a playful approach. Now, this is other people's influence in the situation or external influence. It doesn't have to be a person, but it can be situations. Bone collector is often about karma. And if you don't believe in karma, that's okay. But it's like, the things that are, I want to say destined to happen, but I don't quite mean it in that way. Things coming back around, needing correction, needing reckoning, needing, the bone collector always gets what is due to him. So is there a situation where we need to make amends? Is there a situation where we need to come clean or be honest or reinvent ourselves? This is a one card, which is fresh start, new beginnings. So we're given this opportunity to do things differently this time. And how are you going to do that? And how is that showing up for you? Now, guidance cards are these two up here. Now, this first one I just love, come together, right? Because it's similar to what I said here with this card on top and with this what's right around the corner, this needing to come together, needing to make sure everyone is considered, needing to make sure that We have this sense of community, reinventing that. What does that look like? The key for us in this situation when we're moving towards like what's the best outcome is come together. So where can we collaborate? Where can we have meeting of the minds? Where can we have compromise where one person's not left out in the cold, or one person, you know, one group of people isn't feeling unfairly abandoned or neglected? Really just this sense of community and togetherness, which again is a lot of what the 6th year is about. So I'm not surprised to see this card. Okay, and the other guidance, rock bottom. So with this card and given the rest of the spread, do we need to hit rock bottom to make these changes? That's up to us, to each of us individually and to us as a collective. Are we willing to make changes? Has it been the rock bottom for us and now we're ready, willing, able to make new choices and rise up? Or do we not choose to do that? And do we still need to go further down for a deeper rock bottom before we're willing to look at these situations, look at, you know, the difficulties and happinesses in our life in a different way? So think about whatever has, you know, either kind of fallen away or been very hard or traumatic for you in these last couple years. It feels like we're going to be dealing with a lot of the emotion around those issues this week, because this is not the actual tower. This is not where things fall. This is where we're needing to look at the emotion and rebuild. So can you rebuild from where you are? Do you have permission for that? Are you willing, ready, and able to do it in a slightly new way, to do what's best for you and also best for others? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple animal spirit cards. This is this Colette Baron-Reid Spirit Animal deck, Oracle deck. It's a beautiful deck. It's not mine. I'm borrowing it from a friend. Okay, this is so beautiful. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. That is a beautiful solution to how we're doing this. We don't need to have all the answers right now. We don't need to make all the decisions right now, but we can start moving in that direction where we're considering others, where we're ready to build a new step by step, you know, brick by brick of this new foundation. But turtles live a long time and see a lot of life, a lot of transitions, a lot of changes, and they keep just plugging away, slow and steady. And that is the way to move through this energy. Take the lessons we've learned from the past of heartache or what we weren't willing to let go of, and just slowly build anew, slowly restructure, slowly figure out, you know, what is justice in this situation? Not necessarily what I want or what you want, but what is the most just way to rebuild this? What is the way that everyone can be supported and seen and nurtured? Can it look a different way than what we thought? I mean, think in a turtle's lifetime, turtles live hundreds of years sometimes. What many things might they have seen and gone through? Even though there is only just this is actually a pretty even spread. And what I mean by that is there are a couple major arcana cards. There's one suit of cups, one suit of pentacles, one suit of swords, and one suit of wands, plus this extra water energy, which means emotions coming up. So this is a pretty balanced spread, meaning this could be about any area of your life equally. It could be about your life's purpose and things you're passionate about. It could be about career goals, finances, home and family. And collectively, as a whole, all of us, it might be a combination of all of these things that we're needing to rebuild, like rebuilding a society, which is pretty amazing. Let me pull one more animal card here. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. I love it. I can't make this stuff up. This is the number 50 card, which, as I talked about in that video about the 6th year, 5 is the number of change. So really just pursuing slow and steady, step by step, but continuing to move through obstacles, continuing to overcome any obstacle thrown our way, and leaning back into, okay, what's a new way I can create this? What's a more balanced way? What's a more just way? What's a way where, you know, we consider a new way to look at things, paradigm shift, if you will, a new way to look at family, a new way to look at finances, a new way to release what's not serving us and have this community sense on a grander scale. And in our own lives, how can we look at things in a different way, maybe take what we've learned, take the traumas or hardships or difficult things that we've been through, and find balance that looks different. It's not going to look how we thought it might look before. Things have shifted. A lot is different. The energy has completely changed. And now we have this beautiful chance to rebuild, to build anew, to reinvent. Of course, there might be obstacles, just like any journey, but this card is letting us know that we have the ability, we have the strength and everything we need within us to overcome these obstacles. And how are we doing that? Slow and steady. The other thing I just noticed is this card, the 2 and the 6, is an 8. We've got another 8 here, which 8, as you guys know, I talk about often, is the power number. What we think about, we bring about. So are we considering things in a slow, steady build and with the spirit of togetherness? That's kind of an additional message underneath for some of you. Are we considering all of that as we're rebuilding even our individual lives? Because as individuals, we're still part of our community as a whole, our family as a whole, the world as a whole. And are we taking those things into account? It's no longer going to work to only consider ourselves or only consider just our, nuclear family. We're going to need to think a little bigger, but you have the strength and the potential to achieve everything that we need to overcome the obstacles and to really move through this time, finding new balance and a new beginning, a new way to do things. This new beginning, this one card is beautiful. It doesn't look like the easiest week ever, but it also doesn't look like the worst week ever. It's just a week of us recalibrating, I guess is what I want to say, restructuring things so that we can build anew with a firm foundation and understanding that, old things fell away. Yes, there are some things that were hard won, we didn't want to release, we didn't want to let go of, maybe we were forced in some cases, but we can create a new picture, a new vision, a new idea, and slowly and steadily, while overcoming obstacles brick by brick, build this new foundation for how things are going to look for us going forward, both individually and on the larger community or global scale. So I hope that resonated with you. Let me know how it did. It's so great to see you guys, and I'm so grateful to have another year with you. So happy 2022. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. If you're not already a member of my Joy Soul Spa Facebook group, go ahead and get in there. It is totally free. And within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing a free 5-day workshop, which I'm so excited to share with you guys. I hope to see you there. Again, Happy New Year. Big hugs and lots of love. Talk to you guys soon.